Yo, what's up guys? So I'm learning how to draw. And if I had to rank myself, I would give myself a 5 out of 10 for drawing. So I'm not that good and I'm not that bad either. And the reason I'm not so bad is because back when I was a kid, I used to draw a lot. And the reason I drew was because I watched this show on TV. And that show was Pokemon. The fighting was so freaking awesome. The colors were really bright. Ash was really cool. And in general, I just liked this. So later that day, I went to my table and I decided to draw my own Pokemon. And I would draw my favorite Pokemon, Onyx. I always liked rock Pokemon growing up, and there's just something about them. I practiced drawing it so much when I was a kid. I would practice drawing Onyx a lot, which looked like a bunch of circles put together, and Geodude, which is just the ball with arms. So later in life, I would take my drawing skills to primary school. In 3rd grade, the teacher told me and all the students to draw a tree, and this is what the tree that everyone else drew looked like. It was just a simple tree, but then when I drew it, I remembered the tree in our garden and it was freaking huge. It had all these branches coming out of it, it had all these leaves on it as well, these purple leaves, and I thought that it was freaking cool. Like, I think I did the best in the class. But then when I showed it to my teacher, she was like, "Yo, what you draw? This is wrong." And she shouted at me for drawing a tree. That's life. So the next time I would draw would be in 5th grade, leveling up, and the teacher told us to draw a spider. And I think I drew the spider perfectly. Like, I drew a proper spider, a normal spider. But I was also watching this show called Samurai Jack at the time. You know, the samurai guy who has to get back into time. So what I did was, I drew the spider again, but this time with swords for arms. And when I showed it to the teacher, I thought it was, good again. But apparently, she thought it was pretty bad, so I ended up failing that drawing. But I still kept drawing a lot through my school days, and I stopped as soon as I was reaching everyone's favorite place, high school. So we get into art class, and the teacher tells us to do a culture project. And as many of you know, my culture is Chinese culture. So I decided to get a t-shirt and I drew some koi fish on it. I don't know what gave me the idea to draw koi fish. I think it was my friends who said draw some koi fish on your shirt, so that's where it came from. But you couldn't really see the drawing on the shirt, so I decided to paint a bit on it, and it looked freaking bomb. And I ended up doing super good for that class. Like, I got 90%, I think. And I think that was the highest mark I ever got in high school, besides math. So I stopped drawing, and the next time I would start again was in university, where I would sleep in my lectures, or if I wasn't sleeping, I would be drawing. And I remember this one guy looked at my drawings and he was like, "Yo bro, your drawings are freaking good." And I was like, "Thank you man, thank you." So then later that day, I would go back home and I would practice drawing, everyone's favorite childhood characters, some Dragon Ball Z characters. So I would practice drawing all the villains. The villains were really easy to draw, so I practiced them a lot. I also practiced drawing a bit of Goku, but I couldn't really get his face right. And as soon as I left university, I stopped drawing completely. Like, I have no idea why, but it just never crossed my mind to draw. So now we get to today, and I figured, why not start drawing again? So what I've started to do now is I've gone into YouTube and I've looked up videos on how to draw, like how to draw Broly, how to draw Goku, and some of them are bad, some of them are good. So what I did was I watched all the videos, and each video has one thing in common, and that is to keep practicing. So I've been trying to draw Goku a lot lately, and it hasn't looked so bad. Like, yeah, I'm getting there, I think. And it's really frustrating when you draw hands. Like, I can't draw hands to save my life. And I guess that's the thing why I stopped drawing in the first place, was because it took up so much time, and I got so frustrated with it that I could never get what I wanted to look the way I wanted. But even though it's frustrating, I still practice the drawings at least maybe twice a week, and it doesn't look the exact same that I want, but it's getting there, little bit by little bit. I just gotta take my time. And it's still frustrating when I can't get it, like that I won't lie. And I decided to draw a bit more simpler drawings, like Saitama, who has no hair, because hair is pretty difficult to get, but it's getting there, it's getting there. So I've learned quite a few things from watching all the videos, is that I should practice using a fine liner to go over the drawing, add a bit of detail. And I've also started to incorporate color to help it add another layer of dimension, and it takes so long. But hopefully in the end, after all the frustrations, something good can come out.